Maybe it's a little peephole for other companies to spy on our meeting. All right, cool. What else could it be? So the purpose of this little energizer is for people to warm up their brains a bit, to tap into that imagination, tap into the creativity, and make a connection between sometimes seemingly unconnected things. It's just about getting people to not overthink it and come up with potential scenarios. Like, what else could it be? What could be this? We don't know. It could also be that, which is exactly what you need for an idea session. I really shouldn't dance. Hey everybody, my name is Yuri, this is The Magic Sauce. In this video, I'm going to talk about a little activity which is perfect for your creative sessions to get people into the right state and right frame of mind. So let's say that you are running a meeting and you're running a workshop and it has a creative agenda. You want people to kind of let go of the existing and come up with something new and something different. You want to tap into their imagination, you want to tap into their creativity. Creativity at its core is making a connection between sometimes seemingly unconnected things. We all have the ability to do this. We sometimes just need a bit of a push. We need a bit of inspiration, a bit of a nudge to tap into that. If you're hardwired to find the right answer, to then say, okay, forget about the right answer and let's just explore whatever is possible, is a bit of a shift. To get these people to make that shift, you can run a little activity or a little energizer, something that gets people's energy up, that taps into their imagination and sets the tone for a creative activity. So let's say that you are running an idea session, you want to come up with some new possibilities for your brand or for your product or for your business or for your website, and you want people to just explore and kind of say, give us a couple of options. That's what this little energizer is perfect for. A little caveat here, people who watch some of my other videos on this, I put up a video over here, know that I am not a massive fan of energizers and icebreakers just for the sake of running them. Far too many people that throw in these activities just because they are part of an agenda. They have to be purposeful, and if they're not purposeful, I don't do them. So the purpose of this little energizer is for people to warm up their brains a bit, to tap into that imagination, tap into the creativity, and make a connection between sometimes seemingly unconnected things. This is a nice little transition that just serves as a bit of a warm-up, and it's called What Else Could It Be? You can run this activity in a couple of different ways. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll look around the room and I'll find maybe there's a hole in the wall somewhere, or there's a door that people don't know where the door leads to. And I just ask people, what is that? What could that hole be for? Well, it's a construction floor because somebody took out a nail. I go, okay, cool. What else could it be? Maybe it's a little peephole for other companies to spy on our meeting. All right, cool. What else could it be? Okay, it's maybe something, somebody threw something and ended up in the wall and they pulled it back out. Okay, cool. This activity is not about getting it right. It's just about getting people to not overthink it and come up with potential scenarios. Like, what else could it be? What could be this? We don't know. It could also be that, which is exactly what you need for an idea session. See, when it comes to creative session, before you judge your ideas, you need people to kind of let go of what's possible, kind of say, okay, well, what if it was this? Or what if it was that? And this activity is a great way to do this. So you can do this using your environment, but you could also use an object. What could be inside this little box, and why did I bring it? Maybe this is a little box of pictures of your loved ones. This is basically your name card holder. Maybe it's a little gift that you brought for people. Maybe it is in the box. Maybe it's a little pedestal for you to stand at so you feel a little bit taller than the people around you. Whatever the answer is, it doesn't really matter. Again, the purpose of this activity is just to warm people up, to get people to not judge the ideas, to come up with potential solutions, and to just verbalize them, to say them in front of other people. And the way you facilitate that is, rather than saying that's a good one or that's better than the other one, and give me one more good one, forget about good or bad. Just say, thanks for sharing. The answer doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what this box is for. What matters is for people to relax and to shout out some of these potential solutions. Or even if you don't have props, you can show them an image like this. You can say, what's going on? What are they laughing at? What are they looking at? And the team might go, they're laughing at somebody who's at the bus stop but who forgot to wear their pants that day. They are laughing at the latest comedy special on Netflix. They're laughing at cat videos. Somebody else might say, actually, I don't think they're laughing at all. I think they're actually really, really embarrassed because of something that happened. And again, the goal is not to get it right. The goal is just to get them warmed up to coming up with potential solutions. You get them to make a connection between sometimes seemingly unconnected things and use their imagination, use their creativity. And this is of course a great segue into the creative activity later on, once you get into the real topic of the workshop. And now of course there'll be a bit of a transition, because once you're talking about what's in the box is different from what's going to be our new marketing campaign. And it's quite easy for people to slip back into that kind of, oh, I'm stuck, I need to have the right answer. But then you have a great benchmark. You can go back and say, listen up, remember the activity that we just did? Remember those behaviors when we're all just kind of shouting out answers and not overthinking it and just making a connection? That's exactly what you want to do here as well. So it serves as a great warm-up. It also serves as a great benchmark that once you do a creative activity, when it's all about exploring possibilities, that you bring that back and you go, remember that activity? That's exactly how I want you to do this as well. I will leave a link below to some images that you can use for this kind of activity. You can either print them out or put them on a screen. Maybe you divide them into groups and you give them a picture each. You play around with it, find something that works for you. If you want more on energizers, there's a couple of videos right over here which you can click on, which take you to other energizing activities for your workshops and for your meetings and all the good stuff. I'll catch you here next time.